Friends, today I am going to explain a very important and authoritative judgment of the Supreme Court of India, which finally settles many long-standing misconceptions relating to GPA sales, agreement to sell, wills, possession, and property ownership. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Legal Information Law Insights. I am Advocate Mukund Mahajan. Parties to the case. Appellant Ramesh Chand, since deceased, represented through legal representatives. Respondents Suresh Chand and another. Both parties are real brothers, and the dispute relates to their father's ancestral property. This Supreme Court judgment is extremely important for property buyers, sellers, legal heirs, lawyers, and litigants. The court, case number, bench, and date of decision are provided in the description box below. Background of the case. The property in question is a residential house situated in Ambedkar Basti, Delhi, originally owned by late Shri Kundan Lal, father of both parties. Respondents claim. The respondent, Suresh Chand, claimed that on 16 May 1996, his father executed the following documents in his favor. General Power of Attorney, GPA. Agreement to sell, affidavit, receipt acknowledging consideration, a registered will. Based on these documents, the respondent claimed that he became the absolute owner of the property. Appellants stand. The appellant, Ramesh Chand, denied this claim and contended that no valid sale deed was ever executed. The documents relied upon do not convey ownership. The will was suspicious and unproved. After the death of the father, the property devolved upon all legal heirs. This dispute travelled from the trial court to the High Court and finally reached the Supreme Court of India. Arguments of the parties. Arguments of the respondent, Suresh Chand. 1. GPA and agreement to sell showed the father's intention to transfer property. 2. Consideration was paid and possession was allegedly given. 3. Protection under Section 53 of the Transfer of Property Act, Doctrine of Part Performance. 4. Registered will confirmed ownership. Arguments of the appellant, Ramesh Chand. 1. No registered sale deed is equal to no ownership. 2. GPA and agreement to sell create only contractual rights, not title. 3. Respondent was never in lawful possession. 4. Section 53 cannot apply without possession. 5. Will was not legally proved and surrounded by suspicious circumstances. 6. On father's death, succession opened in favor of all heirs. Issues framed by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court examined the following key issues. 1. Whether GPA, agreement to sell, affidavit, receipt and will can transfer ownership of immovable property. 2. Whether the respondent could claim protection under Section 53A. 3. Whether the registered will was validly proved. 4. Whether succession rights accrued to all legal heirs. 5. Who bears the burden of proving title. Supreme Court's observations. 1. On GPA, agreement to sell and GPA sales. The Supreme Court categorically held. Ownership of immovable property can be transferred only through a registered sale deed. GPA, agreement to sell, affidavit, receipt or possession letter, even if taken together, do not convey title. The court strongly disapproved the practice of GPA sales, which were often used to avoid stamp duty and registration charges, and held that such transactions have no legal sanctity. 2. Difference between right to sue and right to own. The court clarified a very important legal principle. An agreement to sell may give a right to seek specific performance, but it does not create ownership rights. Ownership arises only after execution and registration of a sale deed. This distinction was emphatically reaffirmed. 3. Section 53A, Doctrine of Part Performance. The court explained that protection under Section 53 requires a valid written contract, actual possession in furtherance of the contract, continuous possession. The respondent failed to prove possession, and therefore Section 53 protection was denied. 4. Burden of proof. The Supreme Court emphasized the burden of proving ownership lies on the person asserting title. Mere production of documents is not enough. Courts must examine the legal effect, not just existence, of documents. 5. On the registered will. The court observed. Registration of a will does not automatically prove its validity. A will must be proved strictly as per law. The will in this case was not proved properly. Suspicious circumstances surrounding the will weakened the respondent's case. 6. Oral transfer claim. The court also clarified. Oral transfer of immovable property has no legal recognition, except where specifically permitted by statute. Oral family arrangements must be clearly pleaded, proved and supported by conduct, which was absent here. 7. Succession rights. On the death of Sri Kundan Lal, succession opened. Property devolved upon all legal heirs. One heir could not claim exclusive ownership without valid conveyance. Final decision of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court held. GPA, agreement to sell and related documents do not confer ownership. Section 53, a protection not available. Will not proved. Respondent's suit dismissed. The judgments of the trial court and High Court were set aside. However, the court protected the rights of a third-party purchaser, but only to the extent of the lawful share of the appellant. Practical warning to the public. Through this judgment, the Supreme Court has sent a clear message. Never buy property on GPA or agreement to sell. Always insist on a registered sale deed. Informal arrangements may lead to years of litigation and financial loss. Future impact of the judgment. 1. This judgment is a binding precedent under Article 141 of the Constitution. 2. All courts must now strictly reject GPA-based ownership claims. 3. Strengthens protection of legal heirs' rights. 4. Reinforces transparency and legality in property transactions. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this information useful, please like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon so you can receive more such important legal videos on time. Your support means a lot to me. If you wish to support this educational effort, YouTube provides a thanks option below the video. Any small contribution is entirely voluntary and helps me continue creating quality legal awareness content. See you soon in the next video. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.